Sato-hung, Om Benzar 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 Sato-hung. Om Benzar Sato-hung, Om Benzar Sato-hung, Om Benzar Sato-hung, Om Benzar Sato-hung, Om Benzar Sato-hung. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's a good day. Mark this little page here. So what's going on this morning? Who is ready to practice? I am. I am. Felt to me like the week went really, really fast, which is, simply perception. Simply perception. But I was nice and busy. Had my first week of physical therapy since the surgery, and it's all good. Everything's moving along right on schedule. I'm giving my arm a little break from the brace right now. It's right here, so don't worry, it's not far away. I won't get up and walk around without it. Anyway, yesterday felt busy, busy, busy. I'm taking a series of classes online again. So I have about a month to finish up. So I was doing a bunch yesterday. So my brain was a little tired by the time it was time to sleep. So So check in with yourself before we begin this morning. Assume your posture, and what I mean by posture is upright, and that your spine is straight. Not straight laying on the floor. Meditation should be aligned, upright. And part of the reason we want to align our spine, straighten our spine, is that so that we can breathe fully into the lower part of our lungs, our belly even, belly breathing. So we're breathing into the hara. The hara is located about 2 fingers below your navel and sort of encompasses the entire, well, we'll call it, just for perception's sake, the entire inside of your body. There's that base ground of energy that is right there. And as we breathe into that area, we want to feel the expanse. Feel the sensation, feel the quality of that area. And as you explore it, it'll open up to a vastness, even a bit of neutrality, a bit of emptiness. And that's the base of our being, is that vast, luminous, groundless, boundless wholeness, completeness, emptiness. So you want to find that place. But check in with yourself before we begin and see, are there any discomforts? Are you feeling any particular way? Are you feeling emotions? Are you feeling sensations? Are you feeling persistent thoughts? Those are things we can let go of our grasp, our clinging to, as we begin to sit. I'm going to ring the bell 3 times, and we'll begin with the path clearing and wish fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava, followed by our refuge prayer, once in Tibetan, 3 times in English. Dosam Sangye Guru Rinpoche Nongdro Kundak Dewa Chen Poja Barche Kunsel Dodo Dragpotsel Solwan Depso Jinji Lab Tu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalungji Drupa Jinji Lo Precious guide, one with all the Buddhas of the three times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction, we pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. Sangye chodang tsoki chongnam la Zhangchu badu dakni kapsuchi Dakji jinso ki pei sonanki Drola penshir sangye drupar shok. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. The great Yogi Milrepa sang, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings I'm freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating measureless Trikaya Palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharmadhatu, ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forego outer supports, rituals, and symbols." We're happy to forego those outer supports, rituals, and symbols because everything that we need is within. Through our interconnectedness to everything, we have access to everything that we need. My body is where the Buddha lives, where the Buddha breathes, where the Buddha thinks. Yeah. That's something mysterious and even unthinkable. We all have the capacity for wisdom and compassion through attentive awareness and our innate consciousness. This morning we'll chant a bit to help us arrive and settle, concentrate, focus in this living, breathing moment, this place, this nowness awareness. We'll chant Om Benzar Sato Hung. That's a Tibetan prayer, invocation of purification. What we mean by purification is letting go of those obstacles and those attachments to all things. Attachment is what brings us suffering. Om Benzar Satohung, 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 Om. Just sitting as the Buddha sits. Not too tight, not too loose. Natural being. Breathing as the Buddha breathes. Natural breath and energy, coming and going, flowing, swirling. natural body, natural breath and energy, natural heart-mind, natural beingness, being as the Buddha, the awakened one. Point your awareness to the ineffable consciousness. That consciousness which is unaffected by thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions. Just watching, letting go of our need to control, our attachments, breathing into the lower belly, into the hara. We can feel the sensation of emptying out of grasping, clinging, expectations. We are not our thoughts or feelings, emotions or sensations. We are experiencing all those things. We are the consciousness that holds the experience. So just let go. Let everything come and go. See the emotions as emotions, thoughts as thoughts, sensations as sensations. This is consciousness seeing itself through the tool of awareness. So just sit, breathe, be. The natural consciousness. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Lordly Root Guru, from the profound vastness of the infinite mandala of Dharmadhatu, enter into our lives, accompany us all ways. Truly reveal yourself to us. Please grant us your continuous blessing and inspiration. Help us, hold us, heal us. Support us within your compassionate embrace. Through the inexhaustible, skillful means of your boundless Buddha activity, empower, encourage, and protect us, so that by whatever virtue and good karma we may have accumulated here, via our sterling aspirations and sincere efforts, may all illness, conflicts, dangers, outer obstacles, and inner hindrances and obscurations be alleviated and completely dispelled. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected, and who want and need the same as we do, may all be liberated, healed, harmonious, fulfilled, and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout all possible universes, an end to war, violence, poverty, disease, injustice, and oppression, and may we all together complete the spiritual journey. Sarva Mangalam, May all be well and happy. So, how many of you are renters and how many of you are homeowners? Think about that for a moment. My husband and I are currently renting. I've owned and I've rented. And it's an interesting dynamic either way. As a renter, I pay for access to a dwelling that is, essentially someone else's. I mean, we can debate whether things are actually owned or not owned another day. But, for our relative example here today, we probably pay a little more than someone else would pay for a mortgage. But there's a safety as well, that if the roof goes bad or the water heater fails or the air conditioning goes out, that someone else is ultimately responsible for fixing that, replacing that, being financially held to that. Taxes, we don't have to pay taxes on arguably we're probably paying for the taxes within our rent and things like that. But, there's a safety, but there's limitations. I can't knock out that one wall that just shouldn't be there. I could paint. Yeah. Make it a little more personal. I can't change the siding, which, it looks starting to look a little dated and probably needs replaced. And the windows are not great. And I'm probably paying a little more for my heating bill because of the windows in someone else's home that I'm paying for. But again, there's a safety. I don't have to pay for windows, although they need replaced. But I have limitations. So I don't have the most efficient home. I don't have a sensible electric bill because of that. The thermostat's in the wrong place, so the air conditioner tends to run unless I point a fan out of one room and into a hallway where there's no vents, and some strange things like that. But then to home own, which, we have a desire to do as well, something goes wrong. It's all on us, and there's a vulnerability that seems sometimes a lot. Feels very adult. And I've been in that position before and learned to, use duct tape and baling wire when necessary and come to the plate with, finances at other times. The reason I'm bringing this up is it mirrors our spiritual endeavors as well, and our commitment to what it is that we're doing. Some of us are kind of renters in our own lives. Some of us are full-on owners. And maybe sometimes you're one and sometimes you're another. I've been both. But to really show up for your spiritual endeavor, your spiritual quest, whatever you'd like to call it, your journey to enlightened activity, you really have to stop being a renter and throw yourself into the vulnerability of that which is groundless and feels a little scary. When we talk about things being vast, luminous, and ineffable, it's beyond words and beyond explanations and descriptions. It seems a little much, seems a little scary, but inevitably it's there. And whether you're just a casual bystander in your experience, or whether you really want to go the distance, it's your decision. There's no right or wrong. But your commitment makes the entire difference. Your vulnerability. Putting yourself up to that standard of, oh, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there. And when I go there, it feels ungrounded and, oh crap, what do I do now? Experience. Just experience and flow into that consciousness that is through all things. Our awareness is available and provided to us through our sentient nature. We can access our thoughts and feelings, sensations and emotions. However, we're not those things. We're beyond that. However, we really cling to all of those things. The five skandhas: thoughts, feelings, form, sensation. Those things really define our relative experience, our human relative experience. And we spend a lot of our lives clinging to those elements, those qualities, and not sort of seeing the beyond, the peace that's beyond, the beyondest beyond. So we really have to practice dipping our toe gently into that emptiness, where we're not trying to drive things out. In fact, that when we try to drive out the ego, it actually enhances the ego, which is a bummer, right? So instead, we have to just dip into that emptiness. And as we dip into that emptiness, it sort of drains out the qualities of our attachments, which are all of those feelings, emotions, sensations, thoughts. And we can sort of drain those out. They're really quite messy. So when we can drain those out and just let that emptiness be emptiness at the ground of our being, the ground level of our consciousness, not our consciousness, but consciousness itself. And then we can see those elements of our experience as elements of our human experience and not anything else. They're not the ultimate. They're an aggregate. And we get lost in them very easily. So when you get stuck in I don't like and I like and I want to hold on to, or I love that and I only want that, or we start experiencing things like frustration. We're frustrated when we put our effort toward having what we want and it either doesn't come or it doesn't stay. And immediately we're agitated. I want mine. I want that back. I don't want it to be messy. I don't want it to be messed up. So I keep putting my intention toward having, keeping, grasping, driving out the things that I don't like, my aversions. And that doesn't work either. They keep coming back because they keep coming back. It's part of the experience. Yet we get caught daily, moment by moment, into all of that. So when we can sit back in that consciousness, and I know I keep bringing up this consciousness, but it's very important for you to access it and understand that unstained, unchangeable, unaffected vantage point, that ultimate view, the ineffable view. That you can really access and understand. Thoughts, forms, feelings, sensations, emotions. These are all things that arise out of our human existence. And then we can understand and feel compassion toward ourselves. That compassion leads to and helps us have a loving compassion toward ourselves. And that's extremely vulnerable. There's total ownership when we can provide loving compassion for ourselves. I'm going to say that again. It's extremely important and extremely vulnerable to give ourselves that loving compassion. Ourselves, not other people. Not other people. And I'm not saying to be just holding it in selfishly. What I'm saying is that when you plant the seed of loving compassion here, it sprouts for everyone, and it will emit to everyone. But honestly, if you don't feel it for everyone, you haven't planted the seed here. You're not cultivating it within. You're kind of faking it. And that's being a renter, not an owner. So plant your garden, the ground that you own, you understand, you have experienced. Dip your toe in that which is that unshakable, unchangeable, unstained consciousness that we can view everything through. And point that loving compassion here in your house. It becomes the house of everything and everyone. when you do. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you are endeavoring to understand that which I'm talking about. And if you have questions, I love the emails. So email me if you have questions, or if you're stuck, or if you're having trouble getting it or accessing it. We drive all that stuff away. Our conditions and our ego likes to stuff all those things away, so that our ego is the number one focus. So there's a lot of clutter to keep us from seeing our true nature. It's not in a, evil or malicious way, but the ego is trying to protect itself. So it can be a little tricky sometimes. So if you need help, I'm here to help. That's good. That's good. I know those are a lot of big thoughts and a lot of things to think about. And that's good. Think about them and then sit, or sit and then think about them. It's good. Practice every day. Find 10 minutes every day. Find 10 minutes every day just to practice. And stick your toe, dip your toe in the water of that ultimate consciousness. See the difference between that ultimate consciousness and your awareness. And see the difference between that awareness and your thoughts and feelings, sensations and emotions. See what's what. Only you can see it, because it's yours. So own your house. Paint your walls. Knock down those walls. It's yours. So as we begin to close today's practice, we'll read the 4 dharmas of Gampopa and Longchenpa, followed by the prayer for 10 accomplishments and our bodhicitta dedication. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma. Bless and empower us that our Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that the path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness, Rigpa. May we realize true sincerity and integrity, inner purity of mind, dispassionate equanimity toward all we see, right understanding of this dreamlike world and the next, loving compassion toward others and the genuine intention to be helpful in alleviating suffering and confusion. May we directly perceive the truths of impermanence, mortality, and interconnectedness, relinquish wandering thoughts and rampant desires, accomplish freedom of mind and clarity of spirit, remember with gratitude those who have gone before and shown the way, and vow to reach together full and complete enlightenment. Jongchup Semcho Rinpoche Makye Panam Kegyurchi Kepanyam Parme Bayong Gong He Gong Du Perwarsho. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. Body, speech, and mind directed toward awakening and for the benefit of all beings without one single exception. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. Now, take your deed for your new house of enlightenment. Just a reminder, these are always offered without a fee. Our meditations every day and our practice on Sunday and our monthly chanting, and these are all offered without a fee, but we certainly appreciate any donations. So if you'd like to go to kansascitybuddhistcenter.com and make a donation or an offering, that's great. All right. I'll see you tomorrow at 2:30 Central for meditation. And reminder, if you can't make it when these things are live, they're always recorded. So just click on it whenever you are ready. When you have time, it can be in the middle of the night or over lunch or the crack of dawn. Doesn't matter. It's all there for us. So I'll see you soon.